Floyd, you made 230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on. I ain't see IROS in that ring taking no blows. And I'm supposed to send them, yep, you're supposed to send them their cut. That's the way it works. And what's so disappointing with me, Skip, Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your
Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah. Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
Floyd, you earn $230 million. The conversation begins. I understand how surreal that must feel. Imagining a single check for that amount is unbelievable. But while you were in the ring, the IRS wasn't in there taking punches. That doesn't mean they don't get paid. The response is straightforward. Taxes are part of the deal. No matter how the money is earned, the government still expects its share. That's simply how the system works. What makes the situation frustrating is that this isn't unfamiliar territory for Floyd Mayweather. He's dealt with tax issues before, so the confusion around it raises questions. At the same time, he continues posting on Instagram and Twitter, showing off his wealth and luxury lifestyle. That leads to the bigger question people keep asking. Is Mayweather actually broke? For some critics, the answer is blunt. They believe he is. Others see it as a recurring cycle that they've watched play out before.
No,
what do you make of it?
No, I don't like it. Skip, the man has made over $500 million.
$500 million?
In his last 3 fights. You're 50-0. You said you want to retire at 50-0. You said this was the last. Skip, I watched him be talking to Stephen A. Says, I'm done. I ain't coming back for no amount of money. I'm done. Come on, man. Come on, Floyd. This should be...
Shannon Sharpe has consistently been one of the most outspoken critics of Floyd Mayweather's financial choices and the contradictions in his public persona. Mayweather's brand has long been synonymous with wealth, Money Mayweather, showcasing a lifestyle filled with luxury cars, designer watches, private jets, and multi-million-dollar homes. Recently, Sharpe has directly questioned Floyd about the reality behind his fortune, challenging whether he actually has the wealth he flaunts. His questions are simple yet pointed. If Mayweather truly has this level of wealth, why is there a constant need to display it? And why claim purchases that may be beyond his means? These challenges highlight the tension between Mayweather's image and the practical management of his finances.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
If someone truly had the level of wealth Floyd Mayweather claims, there wouldn't be a need to constantly flaunt it. Genuine wealth tends to be quiet, consistent, and secure. Shannon Sharpe has highlighted that Mayweather's flashy public displays don't necessarily reflect his actual finances. Much of the billionaire image may be more about perception than a solid financial foundation. That a key point Sharpe raises is the persistent contradictions in Mayweather's persona. While he projects himself as financially untouchable, constantly citing hundreds of millions and showcasing stacks of cash, the documented reality tells a different story. Reports indicate that Mayweather owes the IRS millions, has accumulated significant debts, and has even faced detainment in another country over betting-related obligations. These are not mere rumors. They are verified issues that continue to draw scrutiny.
It's worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami, and many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro. As I've always said, it's hard to make money, but it's even harder to keep it.
Floyd Mayweather reportedly has unpaid back taxes and has even asked for extensions to postpone his payments. For someone who constantly claims to have limitless wealth, this raises serious questions that it's not unusual for affluent individuals to carry some debt, but the problem lies in the contradiction. If you're posting photos of yourself surrounded by stacks of cash and boasting about your net worth, why is the IRS pursuing you? Shannon Sharpe calls out this inconsistency, pointing out that someone with genuine financial security should have no trouble meeting tax obligations. According to Sharpe, This failure to pay punctually highlights a lack of accountability and stands as one of the clearest contradictions in Mayweather's public financial image.
As you often say, you're just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point. Why are you coming back?
I can make $200 million in 18 months because I want to. Because I want to come back and steal some more money. Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
Okay,
I enjoy watching your fights.
Okay.
Who might be next?
But Shannon's criticism goes beyond the tax issues. Floyd Mayweather has built his reputation on wealth, boasting about earning hundreds of millions over his career. Yet Sharpe sees a sense of desperation behind these displays. That a major point of concern for Sharpe is Mayweather's exhibition matches. These bouts often feature lower-tier opponents or even social media personalities, with the main objective appearing to be financial gain rather than preserving a competitive legacy. It's no longer about testing skill in the ring. It's about cashing another paycheck for Sharpe. This raises a clear warning sign. If Mayweather were truly financially secure, why continue fighting, particularly against opponents who offer little to no real challenge?
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20.
Floyd Mayweather has spent decades in boxing and certainly knows when it's time to step away, yet he continues fighting, primarily for financial gain. Beyond the ring, it's about maintaining his image and proving to the world that he remains on top. The focus isn't the competition itself, it's the attention it brings. Shannon Sharpe has repeatedly highlighted this contradiction, noting that true wealth doesn't require constant validation or public display. Authentic financial security doesn't depend on recognition or applause. Instead, Mayweather has often placed himself in situations where the earnings are temporary and the legacy growth is uncertain. Rather than using his platform to demonstrate how to build enduring wealth, he has prioritized projecting an image of having it all, while it remains unclear how sustainable that image actually is.
Of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
But I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting Floyd
Mayweather's behavior doesn't just draw the ire of Shannon Sharpe. It frustrates many others in the boxing community who understand what it takes to truly secure financial stability. Promoter Eddie Hearn has openly questioned Mayweather's claims about his wealth, suggesting that his financial standing may be exaggerated. Having seen the inner workings and numbers of the sport, Hearn's perspective carries weight. High-profile commentator Joe Rogan has also criticized Floyd's financial approach, noting that his repeated exhibition matches for massive paydays don't align with someone who is genuinely financially secure. While Floyd boasts of immense wealth, he continues to take fights that hold little competitive or legacy value, prioritizing cash instead. Rogan's point is simple. If Mayweather really had the money he claims, why would he keep risking it in matches that offer no real challenge?
He was 84-0, right? 89, 90-0 before he lost.
89-0.
Wow. So it's Don't tell me about you the greatest fighter with 50-0, nigga. You're great, no doubt about it, nigga. 50-0. Chavez had 90.
Yeah.
He's fighting like what, 8 times a year.
Yeah, it's more to it than
whoever
that.
fought him. Whoever's in the ranking.
Well, I think it's all subjective.
Picking whoever you are, come on.
I think there are more metrics and more.
Mike Tyson has also weighed in on Floyd Mayweather's approach to money. Having experienced both financial highs and lows himself, Tyson suggested that Mayweather should focus on enjoying his wealth rather than constantly proving how much is earned. However, Shannon Sharpe sees it differently. For Sharpe, the concern isn't about enjoying money, it's about responsible management. While Tyson emphasizes showing off success, Sharpe views Floyd as overly fixated on maintaining appearances instead of securing his financial future. According to Sharpe, the real issue isn't just flaunting wealth, but the obsession with proving greatness, which overshadows long-term stability.
Yeah. In a point like this, because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do.
Floyd Mayweather continues to showcase a lavish lifestyle, but Shannon Sharpe argues that much of it is more image than reality. According to Sharpe, Floyd's public persona doesn't match the habits of someone truly financially secure. The controversy intensified after Mayweather's recent claims about buying luxury apartments in Manhattan. He took to social media boasting that he had acquired multiple high-end units in one of the world's priciest real estate markets and that they were fully under his name. However, these assertions were later shown to be inaccurate. Floyd didn't actually own the properties, making the post appear as another attempt to project the image of a real estate mogul, even when the facts didn't support it.
See that he's lying and fraud, and when you look into his paperwork, everybody say the paperwork's still into the person's name who owned it. So he going around fraud and taking false pictures.
This fueled even more scrutiny, reinforcing the narrative that Floyd Mayweather may prioritize appearing wealthy over making strategic financial decisions. For Shannon Sharpe, this behavior exemplifies the pattern he has repeatedly called out. It's less about actual wealth and more about the show. Floyd is projecting an image, one where he's always dominant and in command, but the reality behind the scenes doesn't align with the version he presents to the public.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know.
The challenge for Floyd Mayweather is that his entire public persona hinges on this carefully crafted image. He projects himself as untouchable, a constant winner, and someone who has made it beyond reach. Yet, the more details emerge. His tax issues, disputed claims, and relentless need to showcase wealth, the more it seems that this image rests on shaky ground. The facade is starting to show cracks, making it difficult to sustain the perception of invincibility. From unpaid taxes to questionable exhibition fights and false claims about luxury properties, the portrayal of Mayweather as the ultimate money king appears far less stable than he would have the public believe.
40s now, still fighting with these random people in random places. Yeah. For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that, you know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
So many chains, bro. Chains? That's a depreciating asset. Yeah. Get yourself some.
Shannon Sharpe's critique isn't rooted in envy or an attempt to bring anyone down. He speaks plainly about what he observes and sees Floyd Mayweather as someone who has squandered a rare opportunity. Floyd had the chance to set a standard for turning boxing achievements into enduring financial security, using his platform to teach others about investing, wealth building, and creating a lasting legacy. Instead, he has focused on short-lived spectacles and immediate profits. The potential for a legacy beyond the ring is still there, but the brand is crafted, centered on ostentatious wealth, is increasingly hollow. For Sharpe, the real disappointment lies not in Floyd's riches themselves, but in the fact that he could have leveraged that success to achieve so much more than just flashy displays for the cameras.
Which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Lately, Floyd Mayweather's financial choices have been under intense scrutiny. The commentary has been loud, pointed, and coming from sources you wouldn't necessarily expect. Even Stephen A. Smith, who has long admired Mayweather, didn't hold back. During a live segment on ESPN, he made a remark that challenged the legendary image of the boxer. "I'm really let down by one of my favorite fighters ever," he admitted. "My brother Floyd Mayweather." This wasn't a statement made for shock value or clicks. It came from genuine concern, a mix of disappointment and bafflement. Is his spending so enormous that the money just vanishes? Stephen A. pondered aloud, and then he delivered the punch. The money is indeed gone. He added, "If you tried to reach out to Floyd, he's probably busy hosting at a nearby nightclub just to keep cash flowing." It was a remarkable moment. Stephen A. wasn't speaking as a detractor or someone seeking drama. He was speaking as a person who has watched Floyd rise to the pinnacle of boxing greatness and now wonders if he's heading toward a financial misstep without realizing it. This isn't criticism fueled by hate, it's genuine heartbreak.
You're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharpe's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets.
Adding fuel to the debate, Floyd Mayweather's lavish way of life keeps attracting scrutiny. During Super Bowl weekend 2024 in Las Vegas, reports suggest he spent more than $1 million on a luxury suite at Allegiant Stadium and also made sizable purchases, including a high-stakes bet on the game. While these extravagant moves align with the persona he's cultivated for years, they also spark questions about his spending priorities and whether such habits are sustainable long-term. Criticism from figures across the sports world underscores a recurring doubt about Mayweather's financial claims, even as he maintains an image of immense wealth and success. The absence of clear verification amid ongoing disputes raises the possibility that his financial story might not be as unshakable as it appears.
Money may all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20.
Floyd Mayweather's reputation as one of the standout fighters of his era is facing unprecedented scrutiny. This isn't only about the opponents he challenged, or sometimes sidestepped, but also about how his ego, extravagant spending, and legal entanglements are starting to take a toll on more than just his finances. The conversation has shifted beyond money. Now it's about lasting value, cultural relevance, authenticity, and the legacy he leaves behind. And quietly, in real time, Mayweather is seeing those things slip away, even as headlines continue to spotlight his name.
Right,
I came up under the best.
Yeah, this has all been a very smart marketing play. I get that. Yeah. I mean, I went down to see your mate Conor McGregor fight Floyd Mayweather, and it was a fascinating thing to watch. Yeah. I never actually thought he could beat Floyd Mayweather, but
he did great.
But for a few rounds, he went toe-to-toe with him, and it was really interesting to watch.
He did really
and it was a massive...
A fighter with more toughness in a single finger than some modern boxers carry in their entire bodies. Put it bluntly, Floyd Mayweather isn't the greatest. Not even close. And this wasn't an insult. It was insight. Is someone who knows what it's like to battle in an era where champions face the toughest opponents at their peak, grinding through wars in the ring rather than picking contests to pad a resume. What he observed with Floyd was different. Floyd often avoided the highest risk matchups, choosing instead to play the timing, take calculated chances, and let strategy and marketing drive his choices over raw danger. Legends like Julio Cesar Chavez in his prime were bypassed. Fighters such as Shane Mosley, Oscar de la Hoya, and Miguel Cotto all faced Mayweather after their peak years. Floyd crafted a flawless record, but he guarded it with extreme caution, protecting it like a fragile treasure.
Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions, and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100?
When veterans like Tony speak out, it strikes a chord, not because of envy, but because their credibility is unquestionable. Tony's career doesn't hinge on Mayweather's validation. He faced top-tier fighters and came out on top. This isn't personal dislike. It's boxing intellect calling out the illusionary era Floyd helped shape. That era paved the way for TikTok boxing matches, influencer spectacles, and pay-per-view gimmicks. The concern now isn't only about what Floyd didn't do during his prime, it's also about what he continues to do today and why. The endless exhibition bouts, awkward press appearances, and outlandish rumors, like a potential match with Rio Ferdinand, give off a clear sense of desperation beneath the glitz. These events are supposedly just for fun. Floyd insists is fighting by choice, not necessity. Yet, the more a man insists is already wealthy, the more people start questioning if there's a hidden reason behind the act.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. What is the biggest Chanel bag?
That's the question many people are quietly pondering. Is Floyd Mayweather truly as wealthy as he claims, or is it just a carefully maintained facade keeping his empire upright? Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he addressed this on his podcast. He highlighted Floyd's extravagant spending, his million-dollar timepieces, and his relentless drive to uphold a billionaire image. And he didn't mince words. The money has to keep flowing because the lifestyle isn't slowing down. Living like that can't sustain itself without a steady stream of income. That explains why Floyd continues taking low-risk, high-reward fights against lesser-known opponents. It's no longer about testing skill or competition. It's about keeping the cash coming. As 50 Cent once put it.
It's Money May, Aaron Mayweather 2. Go Money Green on him. Change it up. Change it up. Change it up. That's what we do. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what we did. I need everybody, all the fighters all around the world, MMA, boxers, follow this man right here. We getting the job done. Money May, and y'all know the rest.
This is a man living almost paycheck to paycheck. He had to negotiate with the IRS for more time to cover a $22 million tax bill following the Pacquiao fight. He's faced federal scrutiny over undisclosed crypto promotions. He still hasn't fully settled payment with Logan Paul for their exhibition bout, and yet he continues to claim he earns $20 to $30 million for every non-sanctioned sparring match with an influencer. If that were really the case, why do these legal and financial problems keep resurfacing? Why does he feel the need to constantly remind everyone how wealthy he supposedly is?
Yeah. One thing, me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less, can't be less than 10. Because then we're struggling for money.
I had to show Eddie some of the account. Eddie was like, hold up.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Two hungry fuckers for money.
People who are truly confident in their wealth and legacy don't need to keep announcing it. Floyd isn't just chasing money. He's chasing the image of being untouchably rich. The more he pushes that persona, the more it starts to feel forced. The real value isn't in the numbers anymore. It's in how others see him. And increasingly, that image is starting to crack. The respect Floyd once commanded in boxing isn't fading because of losses. It's slipping because it's turned his name into a spectacle. Veterans and insiders like Tony, Joe Rogan, and even Canelo can see through it. They understand the difference between genuinely building a legacy and hiding behind a carefully curated brand. The Mayweather name used to symbolize discipline, grit, and hard work. Now, it's more about flashy selfies, private jets, selling fantasy matchups, and what he calls wealth accumulation.
Easy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
And that all starts to affect how people see him. Every time Floyd steps into the ring with an influencer, it chips away at the weight of his legacy. Each bout that's driven by clout or cash rather than pride, competition, or true challenge gives his critics more to point to. When veterans like Tony suggest he wouldn't have lasted in the tough eras of the past, more people begin to take notice. When Logan Paul calls him out over unpaid money, the story spreads. And when fans joke about the possibility of a fight against Rio Ferdinand, the carefully crafted image starts to unravel.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWV Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWV is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg thing. I know I ain't that tall.
But there's a fine line between hard work and burnout, between drive and obsession, between genuinely living well and simply projecting the appearance of wealth. What's your take on all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates.